Hello, everyone. My name is Alexis, and welcome to your Feel Good Flow. We're going to begin in a child's pose. Pick whatever's going to feel good for you today and calm down into your child's pose and just begin to breathe. This is the whole purpose of this class, is just to get you into your body and to get you feeling good. So if you're sore, if you're tired, maybe you've had a rough day and you just kind of want to zone out everything else that happened, this is a great class for that. As we move through these postures, I want you to pay attention to your breath, and I want you to check in with your body. I'll be cueing you to check in and just see, how do I feel? How do I feel in this pose? How does this side of my body feel or the other side? Don't judge your answers. Just let yourself be, accept where you are, and go gentle with yourself as we move through this class. Take a couple more breaths in and out through the nose in your child's pose. Inhale yourself up into tabletop pose. Take a deep breath in, shine the heart forward into cow, and then on your exhale, sit your hips back into child's pose. Inhale forward into cow, exhale back into child's pose. You're just moving through cow pose and child's pose, getting a little warm up in the hips, in the back, opening across the chest. We'll do this just a couple more times. Beautiful. Nice deep breaths here. Stretch through the spine as much as is comfortable. Beautiful. And on your last time in child's pose, widen the knees. And then on your next inhale forward, you're going to drop the hips towards your hands, almost like you're coming into an up dog, but we're coming into hanging cobra. So your feet are going to lift off the mat, and then you're going to exhale back into your wide leg child's pose. Inhale forward into your hanging cobra, press through the hands, open the heart, exhale back into child's pose. Just continue moving like that, inhaling forward into hanging cobra, exhaling back into child's pose. This opens up more of the front part of the body, opens up your hips in a different way, and also helps you stretch through your inner thighs and your quads. This is one of my favorite poses, one of my favorite movements. Beautiful. Last time, reach through the chest, exhale back into child's pose, and then from here, make your way into your downward facing dog. And if this is your first downward dog of the day, bend the knees a lot, press through the hands, straighten through the back as much as you can, and then walk it out, bending one knee and then the other, stretching through the heels to get a nice stretch in the back of the leg. Press through the hands, and then inhale forward, come into plank pose, and exhale back into downward dog. Inhale forward to plank, exhale back in downward dog. You're just moving through these two poses, just like we did in our cow pose and child's pose and our child's pose to hanging cobra. We're just adding a little bit of fluidity to these pretty familiar movements. Focus on matching your movement to your breath. Inhale forward to plank, exhale back into downward facing dog, and stay in your down dog and breathe. Beautiful. Bring the right foot between the palms, lower the left knee, and open up into your easy twist. Left hand on the mat, right hand reaching up to the ceiling, twisting to the right. Pretty easy side twist here, just getting a nice stretch in the side body. Exhale the right hand down to the mat, both hands on the mat or blocks, and then straighten through that right leg and send the hips back over your left knee. We're coming into our half split pose. It's okay if your right leg doesn't get straight. What I want you to focus on is keeping your hips over that left knee and reaching your forehead down. Come back into your low lunge. Curl your back toes under and press yourself up into a high lunge, inhaling the arms up overhead. Deep breaths here. Just a little bit of balance work, help you feel maybe a little more grounded and a little more centered. Inhale, and then on your exhale, bring your left arm forward, right arm back, and high twist to the right side. Very similar to the easy twist. We're just in a high lunge, and this requires a little bit more balance. Inhale, both arms back to center. come to standing on your right leg and lift the left knee up into your chest. And from here, we're going to come into tree pose. So your left foot can either be by your right ankle, your right calf, or your right inner thigh. Just don't put that left foot on the knee and you're good to go. Bring your hands either to heart center, on the hips, or lift it up, overhead, whatever is comfortable, whatever feels good wherever you are today. Lift yourself out of your joints. Imagine your feet and your hips are almost rooted down, and then you can lift your torso and your spine up to the sky. Send that left foot back, land in your high lunge, and then exhale the hands down to the mat, step back into plank, and push your way back into downward dog. No chaturangas here today. In your down dog, walk it out, stretch through the back. Breathe nice and deep. How do you feel? Bring the left foot between the hands, lower the right knee down to the mat. Right hand comes to the mat and open the left arm up to the ceiling, twisting to the left for your easy low lunge twist. Breathe nice and deep. If you can't breathe, you've twisted too far. So just go gentle. This is a feel-good class. You're supposed to feel good. Bring that left hand back to the mat. Press the hips back over the right knee and attempt to straighten the left leg. You want to try and get your forehead towards the knee. You don't have to touch your forehead to your knee. Just kind of aim in that direction and you're good to go. Check in again. How do you feel? How does your breath feel? How does your body feel? Inhale, come forward into your low lunge. Curl the right toes under and just pop yourself right up into high lunge. Inhaling the arms up overhead. Breathe. Find one point to focus on. This will help you with your balance. Engage your core just a little bit. Angle your tailbone down to the mat. Take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, bring the right arm forward, left arm back, open up into your high twist. Nothing super complicated here, just breathing, enjoying the stretch, enjoying the balance. Come back to center, spring yourself forward onto your left foot, and lift the right knee up towards your belly button. Flex through the foot, and then we're going to come into tree pose. And just like on the other side, that right foot can come either at your left ankle, left shin, or left inner thigh. As long as it's not on the knee, you're golden. Find your tree pose, and again, bring your hands wherever is comfortable, whatever feels good. Again, that's the whole point of this flow. I want you to feel good in your body. So don't worry so much about what I'm doing or maybe what the traditional pose is supposed to be. Listen to your body. Listen to what feels good. Send that right foot back into your high lunge. Inhale the arms up overhead and exhale the hands down to the mat and step back into your downward facing dog. Press through the heels, press through the hands. Focus on getting a nice stretch here. Bending one knee and then the other. And then we're going to bring that right knee to meet the right thumb, coming down into our pigeon pose. Extend the left leg back behind you. Inhale, lift up through the chest, and exhale, fold forward, if that feels good for you. That, of course, is the most important thing. If you want to add props here in your pigeon, maybe you want to add a rolled up blanket under your hips, maybe a block under one of your butt cheeks, up to you. It might even feel really nice to have a bolster or a pillow underneath your chest and your arms if you're folding over that front right leg. Wherever you are, check in. How do you feel? Press yourself up to a straight spine, and we're going to come into a different little transition here. So rock your hips over to the right. Bring that left leg back so the knee is straight out from the hip. And then you're going to bring the right leg forward. You're basically creating two 90-degree angles with your legs. You have two options in this pose. You can lean back onto your hands. That's a nice inward rotation stretch. Or you can lean forward over that front right leg. If you're leaning forward, that's a really great prep pose for pigeon. If pigeon is a little hard, or if you just want to get a really nice stretch in a couple muscles that we don't really stretch that often, lean back to get an inward rotation stretch on that left leg. Wherever you are, just breathe. And then we're going to come out of this the same way we came in. So hug that right foot towards the groin, extend the left leg back behind you, curl the toes under, and press yourself back into downward facing dog. And then just bend into one knee and the other. See how one side of your body feels as opposed to the other. Beautiful. And then from here, bring the left knee to the left thumb. Slide the right foot back into your pigeon pose. And same thing here. You can lean forward over that front left leg if you want. If you want blocks or other yoga props, by all means, use them, grab them. And same thing here. Check in. How do you feel? Does this side feel different from the other side? And if so, how? We're going to come into deer pose again. Bring your weight onto your left foot. Bring that right knee so it's straight out from the right hip. And then that left leg, that left foot reaches forward. So you have two nice 90-degree angles. You can extend forward over that left knee into a forward fold, or you can lean back on your hands to get a nice stretch of inward rotation on the right inner thigh. Whatever you did on the right side, I'm going to suggest you do now on the left as well, just to create a little bit of symmetry and balance within the body. And wherever you are, just breathe. You can always put blocks under that front knee if it needs a little extra support, if the ground needs to come up a little bit to support it. Beautiful. And we're going to come out of this the same way we came into it. That left foot hugs towards the groin. Extend the right leg behind you. Curl the back toes under and press yourself back into downward facing dog. And walk it out. Press through the heels. Press through the hands. And come down to your knees and make your way back into a seated pose with the legs extended out in front of you. We're just going to come into a real easy forward fold. Wherever you are, if you're straight up and that's where you feel a good stretch, great. If you can fold a little bit forward, rest your hands on your knees, you feel a good stretch, great. And if you can reach your hands to your ankles and feel a good stretch, that's great too. Doesn't matter where you are, doesn't matter how far you make it, as long as you feel a nice stretch in the back of your legs, you're doing it right. Continue to breathe. And then sit yourself all the way up, bend the knees, scooch forward, and come to lie down on your back. Keep the knees bent, feet planted on the mat. Hug the right knee in, and you can extend the left leg if you would like. That is an option. Just rock the right knee side to side, give that hip a little love. And we're going to come into one-legged happy baby. So bring that right knee towards your shoulder. You can grab behind the right thigh, you can grab the right calf, or you can do what I'm doing and grab the right foot. Wherever you are, you're just pulling that right knee towards your shoulder, opening up your hip. And your left knee can stay bent if that is more comfortable for you in this pose. Wherever you are, just breathe. And then bend that right knee again, hug it back into your chest. If your left knee wasn't bent, go ahead and bend it now. We're going to come into pigeon pose. Bring the right ankle on top of the left thigh. You can stay with your foot planted on the mat, or you can hug the thigh or the calf into your chest to get a deeper stretch in that outer right hip. Maybe make circles with the left foot. Keep that right foot super flexed. And let that left foot come back to the mat. Hug the right knee one more time, and this time extend the left leg long. And we're going to come into a single leg twist. So right knee comes over the right hip, and use the left hand to guide the knee across you to the left. for your single leg spinal twist. Your right arm can come straight out to the side in a T shape, bent at the elbow into cactus arms, or reaching up overhead out of your shoulder. Up to you. Again, this is a feel-good flow, so find what feels good. It doesn't matter if it looks right. It's supposed to feel good. And again, check in. How do you feel? Come back to center. Give that right knee one more little squeeze. And we're going to repeat that whole thing on the other side. So hug the left knee into the chest. Right leg can stay bent or straight. And we're going to come into half happy baby. So the left knee is going to move towards the left shoulder. You can clasp behind the left thigh, the calf, or the outer side of the left foot, and gently pull the knee towards your shoulder. We're just doing this to create lots of space in the pelvic floor, in the hips, in the glutes. And check in. Does this side of the body feel different? And if so, how? Again, there's no right answers. There's no wrong answers. You're just observing and being with yourself wherever you are and helping yourself feel good, feel better. Bend that left knee, hug it back into your chest. Bend the right knee if it wasn't already, and bring the left ankle on top of the right thigh. You can keep the right foot planted on the mat, or you can hug the thigh or the calf into the chest to go deeper into the stretch in the outer left hip. It's up to you. And if you're just not feeling it, it doesn't matter what you're able to. If you can hug your knee into the chest, but you just kind of don't want to today, that is okay. Let that right foot fall back to the mat. Hug the left knee into the chest again. Everybody extend the right leg long, and we're going to come into a one-legged twist. So left knee over the left hip, and use the right hand to guide the leg to the right. Left arm comes out either in a T shape, cactus arms, or reaching up past the head. Again, you're finding what feels good. Stretches, twists are one of my favorite poses. They always feel good. They always kind of feel like you're wringing out whatever just didn't feel good in a day. I hope you feel that too in this pose. Come back to center. Bring both knees into the chest. Give them a little hug. And we're going to move into happy baby, full happy baby. If happy baby isn't accessible for you entirely, just bring your hands to the calves and open the knees towards the shoulders. If you want to move into happy baby, you're bringing the knees towards the shoulders and bringing your hands either behind your thighs, onto your calves, or onto your feet. And just gently pull your knees down. Hug your knees back into your chest and extend the legs nice and long. Relax the hands by your sides. Shimmy the shoulders away from the ears. Let everything go. And rest in your Shavasana pose. To gently come out of your Shavasana, begin to wiggle your fingers and toes or make circles with the wrists and the ankles. Just little movements to bring you back into your body, back into the present moment. You can reach the arms up overhead if that feels good. And wherever you are, make your way up to a cross-legged seated position or kneeling on your knees. Bring your hands to heart center in prayer mudra. Close your eyes, take a deep breath in and out through the nose. Thank yourself for making it to your mat, for practicing a class simply so you can feel good. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. If you liked this class, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe because there is new yoga always coming your way every Thursday. And until next time, have a lovely rest of your day. Bye for now.